Good evening. It's Wednesday, November 20th. Calling the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order at 6:06 p.m. This hearing of the Zoning Board of Appeals will be held in person at the location provided on this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation via Zoom is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in a specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. This meeting will be live on Zoom. The public may access the proceedings by joining Zoom meeting ID number 857-9728-7177 or by calling 312-626-6799. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Samantha Benoit, Administrative Coordinator at ZBA at ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220 extension 114 prior to the meeting. Tonight we have with us.
Unfortunately, the Zoom does not appear to be working tonight.
Oh, so I don't have to do that?
No, it's fine because it was there.
It's recording.
It's recording.
Okay. Ron DeFilippo, our clerk. John Ellis, member. Marilyn Schmallenberger, associate member. And Jessica Gino, acting chair. So, first order of business is approval of the agenda.
We approve the agenda.
Second?
So moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the chair says aye. Next we have a public hearing, application for a special permit, Swati Bindu Panda. Did I pronounce that right? Thank you. Okay. The Ayer ZBA will be conducting a hybrid public hearing at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, November 20th, 2024 at Ayer Town Hall, 1 Main Street, regarding an application submitted by Swati Bindu Panda for the property located at 48 Apple Blossom Drive, Ayer, Mass. The applicant is seeking a special permit per the Ayer zoning bylaw, section 5.2.1.11, Table of Use Regulations - Family Daycare Home, to allow for a family daycare home as defined in section 2.2, definitions, in the A1 zoning district. The applicant is proposing an in-home daycare business. For Zoom call-in information, please contact ZBA at ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220 extension 114. This public hearing notice was advertised on November 1st and November 8th in the Neshoba Valley Voice. So, we have with us, please state your names for the minutes.
I'm Swati Bindu Panda. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. And my name is Satyabrat Pani, and she is Swati Bindu Panda. She is the owner of the home daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do believe we need now and so I would expect that 5 board members would be here.
All right. Yes.
I would request to just defer this hearing to next month.
All right. So we are missing 2 members tonight, and you're asking for us to continue this meeting
Yes.
to our December meeting on December 18th.
So when the full members are going to be present in the meeting, then that time we would have a better,
Yes.
kind of suggestion or the whatever it is going to be from the overall kind of opinion from different members. So I would happy to take the next,
So can you just continue now?
Yes, we've opened the public hearing. Does anybody have an objection to continuing? No. So I'll accept a motion to continue the hearing to December 18th.
I make a motion to continue the hearing of 48 Apple Blossom Drive, special permit for land use regulations.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion passes. So we'll see you next month.
Okay, ma'am.
Tomorrow, and we'll talk about December, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's going to fine.
So you're all set.
Thank you so much for your time and attention, and hope to see you next meeting. And have a nice good night.
We have to re-advertise? Okay, so we have continued. Next order of business are the meeting minutes for September 18th. Did anybody have any issues?
Well, I had a question about those. Sure, I brought them with me. Okay, so like on page 2,
Yes.
it says at the bottom, okay, Mike Gibbons read the requirements of a variance, and then it was determined, and it was determined, and it was determined. And then on the second hearing, it doesn't say that Mike Gibbons presented the findings until after he said the findings.
So it's.
After we voted on the second one, it says Mike Gibbons presented the finding of facts. But before that, we said it was found, it was found, it was found.
So that was for the variance itself. That's the 3 requirements he had found, that he had read out. And then afterwards, after you all had voted the approval, he did read out, he presented the findings of facts to be included, which included it's in the A2 zoning district, all that stuff. I just didn't write all that out because it was sort of presented earlier.
Okay,
But
it was confusing to me because if anybody were to challenge what we did, and then they go to here and it says he presented the finding of facts, and they're gonna say, where are they? That's why I thought if that was before
Okay.
everything that we,
I can add those in. I have them listed. It was just, they're also included in the decision as well, so all the findings are listed in the decision. And most of them were pretty,
yeah, okay, well, that's the whole purpose of having the finding of facts, because if it gets challenged, then you have it in front of you.
yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you want, I can add the list that he had
I,
read off.
I think that would be appropriate.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that, so I understand where you're coming from on that. It's definitely the finding of facts and what he states is what supports your decision. But it would be more important in the decision to make sure that it's stated in the decision. But if you wanted the meeting minutes, that works as well. It doesn't
Well,
hurt having.
but the reason we have to document them is because if it's challenged, and,
But you're documenting them in the decision.
okay, then that actually just becomes redundant, that he says they stated the facts, because that was already done. That was my first point. We already said it was found, it was found, it was found, and then it says that he presented the findings.
Yeah, I think it was just more for in the process of when it happened. She's just stating of when it happened, but in the decision, that's where the most important.
Okay, so we're good the way it is.
I think so, but if you wanna make that amendment,
Yeah,
I don't think it's.
I have no problem changing it. Yeah, but Danny's right. It was much more of sort of the order of events. I was stating
Yeah.
what we did.
Yep.
And let me just clarify, that was discussion between John Ellis and our town planner, Danny Ruiz. So are we leaving it as is or amending it?
Do you?
We can leave.
All right.
Okay, accept a motion to approve the meeting minutes as written for September 18th, 2024.
All right, so the function of
Oh.
the
Keep going.
may I?
Yeah.
So the function of the minutes is to just record the events of the meeting.
Mhm.
Any other types of, like the formal decision is a separate thing, so just to keep that, my understanding. Okay, got it, sorry.
And
Thank
so
you.
I will say when I do minutes, sometimes I'll gloss over things, sometimes I'll go deeper. Depends on how intense your guys' discussion is. And one of those things of if later on someone wants to know what really happened there, I try and pick out what really got you guys going versus the yeah, that was fine.
So it keeps it streamlined.
Okay, if we're ready, I'll second the motion.
Did I make the motion?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
made it.
I did, okay. Oh, yes. And seconded.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Okay. New at this.
I need you to sign them.
And next up on the agenda is board discussion of upcoming meetings and topics of discussion.
I don't know if you have anything you want to discuss. I know in the December meeting it was discussed having a overview of the changes to the ADU rules. If you guys still want that, I can make sure it's on the December agenda.
The changes to which?
Accessory dwelling units.
Okay.
I know that was something Sam had wanted to have sort of given an overview on.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to talk to you. I was going to make sure they still wanted it. But if we can settle that for the December meeting.
Sounds good.
And if you guys have anything else you need to have discussed, please let me know. And I will just give you all a reminder, the Citizen Planner Training Collaborative has their fall winter batch of classes up. So if anyone wants to sign up for one, go right ahead and we'll make sure you get reimbursed. The ZBA has their own budget for that, so.
So we pay for it and then we get
Yeah.
reimbursed.
It usually takes about 2 weeks to get your money back, so. And they're $35. But otherwise.
Discount on your dump stations.
Or I was thinking, could we charge interest on the 2 weeks?
If you have anything else for a future meeting or any other discussion?
Not at present. Although, actually, I will mention, you know, on Sandy Pond Road, there are the two new buildings the foundations are in for, they're going in. Right next door, there's a new house in the back and then the old house in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Can we check, because my strong memory, I don't know if it was written in the
Oh,
permit,
yes, that one?
is that front house was supposed to be taken down.
It should have been, they have a demo permit,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, they're not done yet though, right? I mean, they're just doing
that-
foundations now? Or-
No, that's okay. It's the lot right next to it, just beyond it. That we approved a new house and they were setting it back, but they wanted to leave the old house up by
Right.
the street in so they could use the utilities
Right.
while they were constructing. Then that was supposed to be taken down.
So the new house is complete?
I believe it is. Yeah,
And the old one should have been taken down by now.
okay.
And there were sort of 3 houses right there. There was one right on the street, and then there was 2 sort of on the same lot. There's the one right on the street, that's a different house. So it kind of looks like it's in front of it, but
Right.
it's a different different people, so, yeah. And I'll just put a plug, for you guys. You do still have an open spot for another alternate, so we might, if you know anyone who'd like to be the second alternate for nights like this, that would be great.
I got Maryland.
I know you got Maryland. But if you know anyone who'd be
Good
interested.
find, good find.
Yeah. we'll have to think
And
about it.
so we could do, it would be 5 if we had 3 and 2 alternates at the table, that would
Correct.
be, okay.
Doesn't happen often, but. All right.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Accepting a motion to adjourn from John Ellis. Do we have a second? And meeting adjourned at 6:22.